Hi, it's Lucy again. I wanted to record something, during the hiatus of my learning sign language. I just wanted to get something off my chest. Um, 2016 has been a really crummy year, if we're being honest. Don't get me wrong, there have been some highlights, certain movie releases have made it, have sort of grace has sort of blessed us somehow, so it's not all bad, but, entertainment wise, maybe it's not so bad, but in terms of everything else, 2016 has been kind of rough. All sorts of interesting, wonderful people passing away, an election that just divided this country more so than any other election in history. People unfriending people just because of a decision that they made. That alone is kind of scary. Just the fact that one decision and you can just lose a friend in an instant. That's really tough. But I'm not going to try and focus too much on the bad things. I want to focus on the good things. You can 2016 can still have a happy ending. If you're an optimist like me, then I hope you can agree with me on that. I hope anybody can agree with me on that. If not, you have your reasons. I'm sure you have your experiences, and I'm not going to tell you what to do or what to think, because I'm not God. I can't do that. But I think I want to try and remain as optimistic as possible, especially until after the beginning of 2017, January 1st. As I'm recording this, it's currently the December 20th, 2016, as I'm recording this, and there's about a week and a half left of 2016, and I want to give it a happy ending. Despite everything, despite all the anger, all the hate, all the loss, all the grief, despite that, we can still give this year a happy ending, and I'm finally going to get to how we can do that. This might sound really cliche, but kindness and forgiveness are very powerful things. Putting aside your grudges, your petty squabbles, those can be very powerful things. I don't want anyone to suffer because of the decisions that other people have made. Of course, there's always going to be suffering because we live in an imperfect world, and that's just the truth of the matter. But if we can just put aside evil things, if we can put aside hatred, disagreements, if we can put that aside for the next week and a half, 2016 can have a happy ending. It doesn't have to be all bad. It does not have to be all bad in any way. Now, with that said, obviously I'm not a fortune teller. I can't predict the future. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen during this last week and a half, except for two things. Christmas and New Year's. Christmas and New Year's. I celebrate Christmas and New Year's. Those are the two things that I know for sure that should still happen. But other than that, obviously anything can happen. We not only live in an imperfect world, but we live in an unpredictable world. Anyone could do anything at any time, and it's scary. But considering what we can control, we can't control the actions and emotions of other people, especially if you don't know them. But you can control yourself. You can control what you do, what you say, how you act. 2016 can still have a good end. And forgive me if I know I sound really optimistic, like, oh, we're all anything bad can happen, the bad stuff is just too painful. Yeah, but here's the thing. We're all going to have crummy things that happen in our lives. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to the human race. Welcome to life in general. But don't think that you can't have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, a Happy New Year, a happy whatever you celebrate, whatever you do during this time of the year. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be sad. It can be good. You can make them good. You know, I come from a family that voted for people that, you know, I don't necessarily support 100%. I really don't. I really don't support the person that they voted for 100%. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to start a great big war or maybe not war, but, you know, a fight or a squabble, you know what I mean. If Christmas is coming up and New Year's is coming up, if you're going to be in a room with people who disagree with you on certain leaders, and you know the people that I'm talking about when I say certain leaders, for the sake of your health, for the sake of, you know, just trying to get something good out of this time of uncertainty, please make wise decisions. Don't be a fool. Be wise. Be kind. Be forgiving and be wise. Because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You're really not. You don't want to waste time on things that you can't change. Focus on things that you can change. You know, make good decisions. You know, be a little nicer to people. Say please and thank you more often if you don't do it a ton of times already. Please do yourself and do the world a favor. Be kind. Be wise. Happy 2016. Happy 2017. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.